many of you dip out there when the piece is done. I'm going to give you an alternative option for your customers to brush instead of dip. We have several different brushes here, and many of the brushes that we sell in the kits don't include a fan glaze brush. So this is a synthetic fan glaze brush, and not really a great brush for doing working with glaze. It's going to leave the piece very streaky. So what we've got is these goat hair fan glaze brushes, very thick, and they handle a lot of glaze. So these are the kind of brushes we want to use for when the customer has done their piece. You want to make sure it's good and dry, like this here. You don't want anything that's wet. And what we're going to do is we're going to apply with a fan glaze brush, and we're just going to use one coat. That's all it takes, is one good coat of clear glaze, and the piece is ready for the kiln. So now I'll show you how to apply the glaze correctly when you're applying it to the piece of bisque. So what you want to do, well, I see a lot of people, what they do is they just dip their glaze in the pot and then they go like this. That's not the correct way to do it. You're going to be scrubbing the piece. So what you want to do is you want to put that glaze brush right into the glaze, and you want to kind of just tap it off. You don't want to go like this and brush all the glaze off, because then the glaze comes off the brush. So you want, again, put it right in there, get a good coat, just tap it so it's not going to drip, and then you're basically taking the piece and you're just laying it on top, just like that. One good coat. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Again, if you start to go back and forth like this here, you start to wet the glaze, and what happens, you can make the glaze become runny. If there's a black line there, you can make that black line run. So you want to avoid that. See how quick that was? That was 10 seconds, and that guy's ready for the kiln. So I just want to be clear. What we were just using there was brush-on glaze. Each company that manufactures a dipping glaze, they also manufacture the equivalent brush-on glaze, designed to be brushed on and not dipped. So again, it's very easy to use. You're not going to use that much. You can see I just used one coat, and we can reuse this for the next customer. Very, very simple to use. So this avoids having to dip at the end of the night, which could take your staff 30, 45 to an hour to dip everything and then set everything outside. This is ready for the kiln. Very, very simple. You're going to get a much better result. You're going to get no overlap dip lines. You're going to get no streak marks. It's going to be very, very smooth. Your customers are going to love it, and the fact that they did it themselves, they'll even love it more. Paint your own pottery.